To old friends and new, welcome to Dragon Age the Veilguard. My name is Ash. Thanks for joining me on this multi-part series unveiling the latest Dragon Age. This is the QA segment. As far as spoilers, there aren't any story spoilers exactly. All the combat shown here is me playing the game. I was able to attend a preview event held by BioWare at EA headquarters earlier this month. All of the combat is, well, out of context. It's just me playing the game. I blurred the subtitles where necessary. Canary Mage, where some of the combat is on Storyteller, which difficulty-wise is 1 out of 6, and Adventurer, which is 3 out of 6. Thank you to everyone who submitted questions via the community posts and on Twitter X. Unfortunately, I was not able to answer all of them. Half of those are heavy spoilers, and the other half only the devs know. But I am making an effort to go through as many as possible. If you want to see more Q&A, feel free to leave questions anytime in the comments below. In any case, thanks for being here. Let's get started. How will banter work on a timer or location-based like Dragon Age Origins? It seems to be location-based. Even in the lighthouse when characters move around, banter fires when you're nearby. A cool thing BioWare actually added is if you accidentally get into combat or something, and it happens to disrupt the banter, after combat the game will try to initiate the banter again. The companions will say something on the lines of, "as I was saying," and continue the conversation. That said, however, if you run through and initiate key points like a new quest, the banter will no longer continue. Will we have body hair? Unfortunately not. That said, there are plenty of choices for body tattoos. Is there a way to add a marker for companions on the minimap or over their heads during combat? If I remember correctly, there is no option. Though they don't show up on the minimap, the way that the companion's AI is supposed to work is that they follow you and are able to competently fight without getting in your way. How much is Veilguard a continuation of the Dragon Age saga versus the start of a new story? Both? It's your new story, but it hinges on events set into motion during Inquisition's reign and Trespasser. Sol is being the key figure inciting all of this. The game is meant to be accessible for those who are starting new, but there is a tremendous amount of content and references for those who have played the previous games and DLCs, especially Trespasser, as well as those who've read and listened to other content. Dragon Age the Missing leads up to Veilguard, so those events help shape the story. The novel To Winter Nights has several references, and the latest audio drama Vows and Vengeance is also canon. And with zero context, The Masked Empire, Those Who Speak, Until We Speak. Also the short stories Ruins of Reality, Won't Know When, Minratha's Shadows, The Wake, the next one, and of course, The Flame Eternal. There are more, but I'll leave it at that for now. Will Veilguard be released in PC in Turkey, India, Kuwait, etc.? It was confirmed that Veilguard will be released in Turkey and India. I'm not sure about other countries, but those two are okayed for sure. Can you recreate your own weapons and armor like Inquisition? You can't create them, unfortunately, but you can enhance and enchant them. See the workshop in the middle of the lighthouse for more. Objectively cutest faction armor in the game. It's not even armor, but the casual outfit for Lords of Fortune. I love that one so much. I highly suggest heading to the meditation room with the big fish tank. You can go through all of your casual outfits that you pick up there. Can we give Rook freckles? Yes! How many apples tall is Tash? They're the whole tree. How many hours for the main quest? At the preview event, we only played about 6 hours worth of the game. Mostly vertical slices from Act 1 and a little bit of Act 2. I will say though, it's going to be long if you're doing everything. There's a lot to discover. And there are a number of things to unlock in the lighthouse as well. What languages? English, French, Italian, German, Spanish, Japanese, Korean, Polish, Portuguese, simplified and traditional Chinese, and Russian. Voiceovers seem to only exist for English, French, and German. How much of an a-hole can I be for evil playthroughs? So I haven't played enough to completely say a certain amount, but there are a number of rude and morally unconscionable choices that you can make. But to be truly evil, I don't get the vibe that we'll have like a Baldur's Gate 3 evil ending. But the choices do exist. This is actually something I can speak more about regarding BioWare's internal philosophies on evil choices. One day I really want to make a video about it, that and quantum characters. There's a lot to talk about. Is Oghren in the game? Never say never. BioWare does like the guy. Will we get to see life under the Qun rather than propaganda? Will we get to see what life is like for the Soprati? It's likely that we'll get to see it, as far as the Qun is concerned. But I can say at least for sure, if you go to Treviso in Tiva, you do see how it is living under Antam rule, which is the Qun's military branch. Well, former military branch. It's complicated. As far as the Soprati, yes, to an extent. You do get to see how things are while hanging out with the Shadow Dragons and running around the docks in Minrathis. Can we reload saves after making a choice? I suggest saving before jumping into a conversation. Although there is auto-saving, it's pretty similar to Inquisition. I answered this question in another video, but I'll bring it up again. Will there be enough WTF moments after all of these spoilers? Yes, absolutely. Most of what you've seen so far is gameplay from Act 1 and a fraction of Act 2. There's much to be discovered and so much of the main story to be had. Even the ones from the Community Council don't know anything about Act 3. We'll all be equally surprised by the end of it. And lastly, a number of general impressions. I'm holding off on mine until we're closer to the game launch. I've played much more than many people who were present for the preview event, but I'll give some info here. Combat is enjoyable. I actually go further in depth on the Wise Hop video I did, but long story short, there's lots of rewarding experiences for the player regarding timing and combos. Animation quality, lovely. A real jump from Inquisition, lots of mocap. Performance, I love the voice actors. They have all done so well, especially the Rooks. And Solas's voice actor, Gareth David Lloyd, he has done an incredible job with that one. He was really soft when it came to the Inquisitor, but Rook's a whole different thing. Writing quality, pretty great. I enjoyed much of the game on a screenwriting level. Everything felt cohesive and, well, I can't really talk about this yet, but a small hint, Emmerich. And as far as writing, I haven't had much time to sneak peeks at the codex, but from what I've seen, no red flags. A lot of surprises for people who are past players of the game. Setting options, both difficulty and accessibility, I know were very important for the devs to nail, and I think they did great. I don't know the final lineup, so I can't speak to this yet, but from what I know, they put great care into making both comprehensive. That's it for now. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments or ping me on Twitter, X, Blue Sky, Discord, all that stuff. And I'll do another one of these in the future. See you in the next one, and as always, Fenara and Ansa.